Hey guys, my name is Gabriella Simone and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Wait, pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes. Pop up, put it out loose. Wait, speed it up. Look at the diamonds, they eat it up. Every two bitches, I eat it up.
So in today's video, I will be creating this fiery red look. I'm actually recreating this look that I posted on my Snapchat a few days ago, and I got a lot of compliments on it. So I went ahead and asked my Instagram followers if they wanted me to recreate this look for a video, and a lot of them said yes. So I thought I would bring that out to you guys. So if you guys want to see how I created this fiery red look, just keep on watching. Alright, so to recreate this look that I did, all you're going to need is a red lipstick, a red eyeshadow, a dingy red or orange eyeshadow, and about 3 to 4 brushes for the blending process. So let's get started. So I'm starting with my eyebrows already done because I don't want this video to be super long, and I already showed you guys how I did my eyebrows in my everyday makeup routine. So if you guys want to see that, I'll put it in the little key card right here and in the description box below. But if you guys do want a detailed eyebrow routine, just let me know and I'll get that out for you guys. But let's get into it. Alright, so before we start applying any eyeshadow on our eyes, what I like to use is an eyeshadow primer, and I've been using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and it looks like this. This one is a little bit on the expensive side, so you can get any eyeshadow primer from a drugstore if that's more convenient for you, but eyeshadow primers help your colors look more pigmented and more bold. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this and I'll be right back. So now that our eyelids are primed and ready to go, the next thing that you're going to do is go in with that red lipstick that you had. The one that I'm using, I don't know the brand for it, but it does look like this. You can use any red lipstick that you have, but this is the one that I'm using. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and open up your lipstick. What you're going to do is, what I do is I literally just go ahead and I just plop it on the eye like so. Or what you can do, instead of just plopping it on, you can go ahead and use a flat brush like so, and just go ahead and tap it into the lipstick, and you can line out where you want your lipstick to go. So I just go ahead and line it out, and I just fill in the eyelid like so. And as you can see, I do have a crease in my eye, like that little line right there. So that's where I line out the red lipstick. Alright, so once you have your lipstick placed, what you're going to do is you're just going to continue to pat out the color and just spread it all over your eyelid. And for me personally, I like my eyeshadows to be like kind of out towards my outer corner, but I'm not going to do that just yet because we're going to go ahead and blend it out with our eyeshadows in just a little bit. And if you do want more color, just go ahead and grab that lipstick again, dip it in, and then just go ahead and put some more color on for more of that pigment. And don't worry about being a mess. As you can see, I do have a little bit of like little strokes above that crease in my eye, but it's okay because we're going to blend it out with that red eyeshadow. Alright, so now that we have the red lipstick placed where we want it to be, the next thing that we're going to do is go in with a red eyeshadow. The palette that I'm going to be using today is the James Charles palette, and I'm going to be using this red color right here. So what we're going to do is go in with a fluffy brush. It looks like this. This is also a Morphe brush, but I don't have the numbers for it because it came in like this little set right here, and it just looks like this, just a little eyeshadow set, and they don't have the numbers for it, but if I can find it, I'll link it down in the description box below. So what we're going to do is go in with this fluffy brush and just go ahead and dip it into the palette like so. This palette does have a little bit of fallout, so if you don't like that, you can use any other eyeshadow, it doesn't matter, but this one does have a little bit of fallout. As you can see, a little bit of fallout, but it's not that bad, and just tap off any excess. So what you're going to do is, after you get all of that product on your brush, you're just going to go ahead and, since this is a matte eyeshadow palette, with matte eyeshadows you have to tap in the color first and then blend out, because if you just blend out a matte eyeshadow, it's not going to look the same. So what you're going to do is just go in and get that product on your brush, and you're going to just go ahead and tap that color on top of the red. And what this does is this makes the red even more pigmented and looks more of a fiery red. So just go ahead and tap that color on top, and don't blend out yet, just go ahead and tap in first. Alright, so now that we went ahead and got the red eyeshadow onto our lipstick color, the next thing that we're going to do is start blending out our crease. So what you want to do is just go ahead and take whatever is left on your brush already and just go ahead and start blending out with a very light hand in your crease. To do that, what you're going to do is you're just going to take your hand and have it very lightly on the very end of the brush and just start going ahead very smoothly, blending out your crease like so. And when you're blending out in your crease, just go ahead and do like a half circle motion from the inner corner to the outer corner. And like I said before, I do like to have my eyeshadows a little bit more pushed out to my outer corner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and take, like I said, no more product on the brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it with a light hand and just start blending it outwards towards your eyebrow. Alright, so as you guys can see, it does look like I do have a little bit of a harsh line at the very top of my eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do is take an even lighter hand from before and just start lightly brushing over that harsh line. Just like so. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use that dingy red or orange eyeshadow that I said from the beginning. So the color that I'm going to be using for that is I'm going to be using the color right on top of this red shade. So this one right here. And I'm going to be going ahead and going in with a even smaller fluffier brush than the last one. So this one was the one that I used before, but this one is the one that I'm using now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and dip in that dingy red orange color. I'm going to tap off the excess and then I'm just going to go ahead and start blending out on top of the crease right there. As you guys can see, this gives it more of a transition shade. So you're just going in right at the very top and just blending in that dingy red orangey color. This gives it the illusion of having like an ombre effect. So as you guys can see, it looks 100% better, 100% like it has more of an effect on it. And if you guys want to take it a little bit further, you can go ahead and go in with this orange shade right here. And you can just go ahead and put it right on top of what you just did with that dingy red orange color. There we go, and it looks 100% better. So now that we did our transition shade, we're gonna go ahead and go back into our eyelid and crease and go back in with that red color and blend it out. And we're gonna make it even more pigmented than it was before. And like I said from before, when you are using matte shades, you're gonna go ahead and pat first and then blend out. So I know that I look really crazy, but we're gonna go ahead and fix that all in the end. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I went ahead and did the other eye off camera. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and clean up all this mess. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and go in with that Juvia's Palette's concealer that I told you guys about in my last video. And this is in the shade 9. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with a flat concealer brush and it looks like this. I use this to do my eyebrows as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the concealer. And then I just go ahead and I dip in a little bit on the concealer brush. And then what I like to do is I like to just go ahead and wherever your eye ends, what I like to do is I like to go in a diagonal line like so and just conceal that and just wipe away all that mess. Just like so. And then all I do after that is I just go ahead and go downwards and conceal everything that was not needed in the eyeshadow look. Just like so. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the next one and I'll be right back. All right, so now that we went ahead and concealed both of our eyes, they look super, super good. So before I go ahead and do my face makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a sponge, and I'm gonna use the back side of it. It looks like this, and it has like little rigid edges like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use that side and blend in that concealer. All right, so now to conceal what's on the inner corner of our eyes, as you can see, there was a little bit of fallout. We're just gonna go ahead and do our regular face makeup routine and it'll all go away. All right, so first things first, I like to go ahead and use the Juvia's Place foundation. It is in the shade Cameroon. I just go ahead and do 2 or 3 swipes like so on the chin, the nose, and the forehead. All right, and then like I said in the everyday makeup routine, we like to go ahead and blend out our face makeup with a wet sponge. All right, so now to get rid of the red in our inner corner of our eyes, what we're gonna do is go ahead and conceal our face. And I just like to use the Juvia's Place concealer, and it is in the shade 9. I like to get it really close into the inner corner like so we can really get rid of that red color. Alright, so now that we went ahead and blended out our face makeup, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set our face. What I like to use is the Luxury Baking Powder from Revolution in the color Terra Cotta, and I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. So now that my face is setting, the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is bring some color back into my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Contour Kit in Tan to Deep by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this brown shade right here and just go ahead and contour on my forehead and my cheeks and just bring a little bit of color back into my face. Alright, so I went ahead and contoured my face and I contoured my nose as well, so I'm letting everything sit. And once that is done, I'm going to be right back to put on my eyelashes and we'll be done with the look. Alright guys, so I went ahead and dusted off all the powder from setting my face. I finished contouring, I finished doing all that stuff. So now on to the final step. The last thing that we have to do is put on some lashes. So since this is a pretty bold look, what I'm going to be using is some pretty bold lashes. And they look like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put on these lashes and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished off the look by putting on some eyelashes and a little bit of lip gloss. And that is all for the look today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you guys go ahead and recreate this look, go ahead and DM me the picture on Instagram. Go ahead and tag me on Instagram and I would love to see them. But that is all for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see next. And I will get that out for you guys. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.